Hi, good day all of you. Welcome to our session. Welcome to our channel Intelligible Tutorials. In this today's session now I want to give the clear information on approaches to knowledge representation. In the previous videos we have seen what is the relation between the knowledge and the intelligence, what is the artificial intelligence knowledge cycle can be represented, and how various types of knowledge can be represented. But here I want to show the clear way of the approaches of knowledge representation. This approaches are normally divided into four different types of the knowledge representation. The very first one is the simple relational knowledge, and coming to the second one, um, inheritable knowledge, and this is the inheritable knowledge, inferential knowledge, and procedural knowledge. These are the four different types of the knowledge. We will see one by one. The very first one is simple relational knowledge. What is the meaning of the simple relational knowledge? Here, earlier we used to store the data in the form of files, but it is very difficult to retrieve such kind of the information from the files because the data is stored in the form of the paragraphs. It's difficult to access, so that's why the people what they thought is, if we put the data in the form of tables like rows and columns, if we arrange, the accessibility of the data is very easy. They thought like that, and there is a relation also there is a dependency are also there from one field to the another field, or one attribute to the another attribute in the given table. So that's why they have invented some kind of the relational database. So storing the data in that particular database is called as relational database, and this is also called as the relational knowledge. Relational knowledge means it is put in the form of the tuples and as well as the attributes, so that like your database management systems, how can you put the data? Okay, so this is the way the simple relational knowledge can be represented. The names and the height, weight, and bats throws are completely different, and all are depends upon the each other. Each and every one is depends upon the each other. Like this, see here, the player is also depends upon this, and height is also depends upon the another column, and weight is also depends upon the another column, like this. And this particular table is completely relates to another kind of the table also. Okay, like that the knowledge is related with each other in the form of the tables and in the form of the attributes. This kind of the knowledge is called as the relational knowledge. Putting the data in the form of relational tables is called as the relational knowledge. The very good example for this is the database management systems, where the relationships between different entities can be clearly represented. So this is the example of the relational knowledge. In this relational knowledge, simple relational knowledge, again we are having the first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, like that multiple number of the normal forms. Okay, so next we are going to discuss about the inheritable knowledge. What does the mean inheritable knowledge actually? Whatever data that is stored in the form of some kind of hierarchical manner, that is called as the inheritable knowledge. Whatever classes, whatever objects are there in the data, each and everything can be arranged in the hierarchical manner, that is called the inheritable knowledge. Here we apply the inheritance property to all the classes and as well as all the objects, and whatever the elements are there, they can inherit the values from the other classes. Okay, so this is called the inheritable knowledge. Okay, so next, this inheritable knowledge also shows the relationship between the instances and the classes and instance relations. Okay, and here also we can represent the object values and other kind of the boxed nodes, and each and every individual frames also we can represent, where it can represent the collection of attributes and values, and arrows also to point from objects to their values, like that the inheritable knowledge can be represented like this. See, under 9 is the base class and player is the derived class. What is the relationship between is a kind of relationship? It's actually inheritance relationship. So player is a under 9%, under 19%. Okay, similarly cricket is a Danny is the instance of the cricket and Danny is a player, and similarly Peter is the instance of the football, he is also a player. So what are the instances here in this diagram? Danny and Peter are the instances in this particular diagram. And coming to the, see, 1 minute, what are the Danny, this is one of the instance, and as well as the Peter is also one of the instance. And what are the games here? Cricket is one of the game, and as well as football is also one of the game, and under 19 is the super class, and player is also subclass here. Like that, the inheritance relationship is representing, and the values and instances are also representing like this. This knowledge is called as inheritable knowledge. Okay, so inheritable knowledge can represent the relationships among the classes and the inheritance relationships and collection of attributes and its values, and arrow point from one object to another object, and instances can also be represented. The next one is inferential knowledge. What is the meaning of the inferential knowledge is, it represents the knowledge in the form of some kind of the logics. That means the first order logic and the proposition logic, whatever we use, that comes under this inferential knowledge. Okay, this approach can be used to derive from the more facts or more statements from the existing statements. It guaranteed the correctness also. Let us suppose we are having the Marcus is a man, all men are mortal, and this sentiment and sorry, and this particular sentence can be represented as for all x, man of x, and mortal of x. In the same manner, I want to describe one more thing, that is nothing but we have P implies Q. Okay, so this is also one of the inference rule, the first inference rule. Based on that, we can derive some more rules. So the first inference rule, what it is saying is P implies Q, it is representing as negation P or Q. So we using this, we can deduce some more facts or some more inference rules. So using this kind of knowledge is called as are deriving the new knowledge from the existing knowledge, or this kind of knowledge that we are applicable to both propositional and as well as predicate logic. This is called as the inferential knowledge. Okay, the next one and the last one is the procedural knowledge. Procedural knowledge is used to write some small code of the programs and small codes which describes how to do any kind of the thing and how to proceed. So it is also one of the important rule that was is called as if then rule. So here we popularly implement the two different kind of the programming languages which are dedicated for the artificial intelligence. Those are nothing but Prolog programming language, Prolog programming logic language, and Lisp list instruction programming language. So what is the Lisp here? 1 minute. Lisp stands for list instruction programming language, and it follows one rule is nothing but if then rule, and one more language it is used is nothing but Prolog language, programming logic language. And we can also easily represent the heuristic or domain specific knowledge using this particular approach. Like that, we are having the four kinds of the knowledge, like simple relational knowledge, inheritable knowledge, inferential knowledge, and as well as the procedural knowledge. So these are the four important approaches of the knowledge representation. In the coming videos, we talk more about this knowledge representation and issues in the knowledge representation. If at all anybody didn't subscribe my channel, please subscribe my channel, Intelligible Tutorials. Thank you one and all.